back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got through in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees out of anything are the best handle of blow.
I think there's a higher power at play here. Law of averages. That dude is the oldest. Every person you have trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's Barnes, it's Michael,
Yo.
It's Renee, it's Tony in a little bit.
Yes.
And it's Tuesday. How you doing, bud?
Dude, great. How you doing?
Dude, really good. Just wish there was a little more progress on the bargaining table.
I know.
It seems like something. I still believe it's going to get done. I know you're thinking April.
No, I'm teasing you. I know.
Trying to torture me.
I'm doing reverse psychology. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So setting the expectations low, then we get the good news.
Yeah.
So, dude, you were saying big leg workout at the gym. How you feeling now?
I feel good right now. Renee and I, for the past 2 weeks, have been doing yoga at the end of our workouts for like upstairs. It's quiet, and it's like only for like 10 to 15 minutes each time. But dude, it has helped so much. And I'm not crazy with the like I'll go heavy, but I'm going low when I squat too. Like I go down far.
Like you're really getting the form down.
It's all mobility for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know the strength's coming. Like I do 25s on each side to warm up for squats, and then 45s right now.
Okay, yeah, nothing.
That's it.
Yeah,
and I'm cool with that, and I'm chilling, and because I'm doing leg press, I'm doing the glute stuff. I have like this arse thing that Matt calls like sciatica or something.
Yeah,
and so I have to do that like the leg workout that's like this.
Was that the hip abductor machine?
Yeah, where you're like, it's not the one where you stretch your legs out and then come in.
Yeah,
it's the one where you start here, and that's been helping me. I'll do that on my chest days. Just that. At the end of it. But dude, the sauna helps so much. I can't wait till you go earlier, because dude, you get to get in there when no one's in there. And even if people come in there, it's one person, and it's like they're out, and then it's by yourself. And I put my legs up. That has helped me with the lactic acid.
Okay.
Basically, like, because you know how it gets stored.
Right.
I'm flushing it basically.
And you're in there the whole time like that, or no?
I'll do so if it's 20 minutes. I go half basically.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it's too much for me because I'm not flexible enough to like sit like this the whole time, because I do it for the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll come out a little bit and I'll still feel it. Flex the toes up. You know what I mean? If you want to feel it more. But I'm not gonna kill myself, Barnes, is what I'm trying to tell you. You know?
Right.
I'm gonna do what feels good, a little bit outside the comfort zone. You know, with the last rep type shit, but not like kill. You know those idiots?
Yeah. They push the envelope way too much.
So annoying.
How are you? Like, obviously, like I tell you all the time, I stand there about 20 minutes. But just when you're not doing the legs up,
I lay down.
Sitting there. Oh, so you're never just sitting there.
That's
like this.
why. No, that's sometimes at the end, like when it's.
I feel like it's hard for me to get comfortable.
That's what I'm saying.
Make it, but I'm like this. I'm like this.
That's why, Barnes, you'll love like. I'll sit and like my knees are up basically up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
And it's so comfortable because after doing the leg thing, and then you have your legs kind of like that, one rest kind of on the other, and you're up against the wall, dude. You could stay in there for you could pass out.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
right.
It's crazy.
And I forgot you said it's 180 in there.
It's around there. It's in that range. I don't look at the clock.
The
temperature. I just go in there and
you go no phone.
I bring my phone.
Oh, you do? Okay, and it doesn't overheat.
It's only over. It's what is it? Overheated or over? What's the?
It only overheats.
It only overheats. You know, once in a while, dude. Summertime was maybe the last time it did that.
Oh, okay, and it doesn't like you don't notice like your phone's messed up or anything.
No, I don't know. It's good. I don't know. It's pretty good. This is an older iPhone too.
Okay, yeah, because
this is like the
10. I don't
this
know
is like the 8 or 7.
That's the 8? Okay,
it's one of those.
Because I go to like the battery health and mine says like 88. You know, and I've had this for a couple years.
Yeah.
But I guess a couple years that's not bad.
No. What is it? It's a 6. It's a 6. So even better. I'm sure it's way more like not as techy.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get as fudged up, you know? It's like stronger than the newer iPhones, I can imagine, because Tony's overheats.
You know what I want to try doing, because it's so close to me, like I always say, is, you know how sometimes like I'll do my workout, do the sauna, and then right before I go home, because the gym's right next to me, go to the sauna, but also just saving it, go a half hour before close. I did that last night. How nice is that? And then shower, bed.
You know who else did that?
Oh,
Matt.
Oh, really? Okay.
Literally same thing.
Yeah. Have you done it?
I used to do it back in the day when like I was like working out way too many times in a day because there's just like nothing else to do in my life. Right. Yeah, I'd go later. But the Edge before COVID, dude, was essentially 24/7.
Oh, so they don't do that anymore.
They're not 24/7 anymore. They go till like I don't know what time during the week.
I would think 10 or 11.
11 probably, but dude, it was 24/7.
I remember that. But dude, I always thought that was nuts. I mean, come on. Like between 12 and 4.
It's so funny. There's these dudes that go to the Edge at Fairfield, and I overheard one of them talking in the sauna one morning when they were in there, and he's like, oh, don't you miss the 3 a.m.s? I'm like,
no, I don't miss that.
Like getting there to like waking up or whatever they're doing at 2. Or like I don't know what they're doing at 2.
Yeah.
To then get there for 3, just I don't know.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much, dude.
That means like they probably were like the 1 a.m.ers, you know, like that's just that's a weird time. But I get the people that can't go other than that time.
Right. But other than that, like why would you choose to do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like we always say, all about the sauna. Have you done the infrared one or no?
What's that?
It's like where you know how like it's heated like an oven, like the one we're in. This is just with light. And people have them in their houses. I guess I've looked online. They're like a couple G's, but like they have them at like this spa I went to last year. It's just like a different type of heat.
What does it feel like to you?
You know, I was tight because it can get hotter, but they had it at like 125. It's like, why am I even saying it? I don't even know the true feeling, but I just heard like if you look it up, like all these like celebrities and stuff are saying like, oh, like it's helped me so much. Like, this and that. But
I saw this one sauna, wooden one. It's like a circle.
Yeah.
And I forgot the price, but I remember it was like around. The most it could have been was $500.
Yeah,
but it's a 2-person sauna.
That's kind of nuts. $500
is that? I know.
That's crazy.
I want to look into it. I think.
How many times a day would you go in if it was in your house?
Probably twice. Once in the morning, once at night.
It would be so sick at night, and like I feel like you'd rip it for an hour.
Oh, definitely. Just like. And then you're just like, you're already asleep, and then you just go into bed.
And do you think like the biggest benefits of it is like the detoxification and then just like joint relief, like what you're talking about, the acid, like that's the main cause?
And I think like the mental.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it takes time to build the tolerance to go the distance in there. Like think about when you're pushing it. How your mind plays with you.
Yeah.
Like you should be able to go more.
Right. But it's like, you're like, like
your head just plays with you.
Like you're doing this.
Yeah. So, and then the breathing, you're like, in the beginning, the air tastes fine.
Right.
But then towards your brink,
you notice
it tastes so hot.
And the studies say that it helps your metabolism as well.
I don't know. I'm sure it does. We could do a quick look.
Yeah. I really feel like it does. But it's just crazy.
Wow, look at this one, dude. Oh my
God. That's what I was talking about.
It's a portable one.
Dude, it's only $260.
Yeah, look at this one.
I'm gonna buy it today. I'm literally buying it today. I'm not kidding. But I don't understand that. Could you like click on that?
Yeah, just Zorro.
Well, like portable steam sauna. So like
it's a steam. So remember, it's not like
it's like a steam room.
It's not like it's not dry heat.
But you open that door and there's a place to sit.
Yeah, I'm sure there. Or look, it has a seat for you to sit in. Comes with a little seat.
Okay, but I'm saying like that's
you put that in there. Yep.
I don't get
and
how
you
it's
zip
so
it up.
cheap,
You zip it because it's.
You think it's probably trash?
No, not trash. Let's go to Amazon.
Because dude, I have an Amazon gift card. I can just buy this.
Let's go to Amazon.
Portable sauna.
These I've seen actually. Like people have them outdoors, basically. Like
okay.
Outside.
1,000 watt.
But I'm sure we could do better. Look at this guy.
I feel like I'm gonna order one of these, and then my roommate's gonna be like, "You're spotting this one for the electricity bill."
I know, right?
Oh man,
I've seen. I wish you could see the wooden one.
but those.
I know.
The circle.
Yeah, I wish I could find it.
But it seems like the actual, like almost boots in a sense, like those are all a couple G's minimum.
Yeah. Isn't bad, honestly.
No.
Oh, here it is. I guess it was more.
Wow.
Look how sick this is, though, dude.
Wow. And is that the same? Does it say like that's the Coles?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Dude, that's insane.
How nice is that?
I feel like I'm gonna just like save up for that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Dude, I'll throw down with you, dude. This is sick.
That's sick.
I know. I saw it on like, when you're flipping through Instagram, I saw it in that area and it was just like things you may like type thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Look at this shot with the farm in the back.
No, that
get outside, get out that, and you're oh my God.
It looks like it's in Napa Valley.
Oh
my God. Wow.
On the water, on the lake.
I'm adding this to my birthday list. Oh man, that's good stuff. I'm getting like pumped to go to the gym later.
I know. I was gonna ask you what you're gonna do today.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do chest. I think.
Nice,
but I'm trying to do it because like I didn't lift yesterday. I just ran and did the sauna.
That's
obviously. Good. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get everything in. I still haven't done legs too, which is I know it's gonna be so tough though when I go to do the elliptical the next day because I know I haven't done legs in 5 years, so it's like my thighs are gonna be burning for 2 weeks.
So at the start of, and I'll tell you why I like legs now because at the start of this, like, because I was a blank canvas basically. That's how I looked at myself since coming back to the gym. And if you should watch Pumping Iron, it's a documentary. Arnold's last time winning Mr. Olympia. Lou Ferrigno's in it. Frank Columbo's in it. It goes back, shows their backstories, where they come from. It's sick.
Yeah.
Very well done. You'd love it too. It's sport, weightlifting. And, but damn, what were we just talking about before that?
No, the legs.
Oh, yeah. So legs, blank canvas. Dude, before I didn't like legs, I didn't do legs. And you don't get the physique you want. Like that like athletic, like it just helps with everything.
So you think it grows other parts?
Definitely, because it releases the most testosterone in your body.
Yep.
And that's just like, and I've noticed the difference since starting now, like with the blank canvas, doing legs consistently.
Once a week.
Yeah. And stretching, part of my routine too. Dude, her and Matt and all, and even Tony's good. Is flexible.
I can barely get past my shins.
Me too. Now I'm better, but that's how I started, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just like inch by inch with that thing.
Yeah.
And you'll see, like, when you just feel way better and stuff. Like you're just mobile, basically, And
I'll just start with 25s on each side. I mean, I used to be able to squat almost 400.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Where's the mobility? It's fun. It's cool to squat. It looks cool, but can you go run like 30 miles if someone's catching you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to chase you.
And do you think since I've been doing the elliptical a lot, like it won't be as bad because that's like working my legs, like when I start, or since it's a different exercise? It's
just different. Yeah. You're still gonna be. Remember that when you first did chest, how sore you were? It's gonna be like that.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna be out of commission on this.
Just go light. Get the bar first.
Yeah.
First, warm up those legs.
Yeah.
Get squat in a sec, and then throw on a couple.
It's just like a full bend, so you don't hurt your back. That's the key.
When I was taught, is like you put it on the built like on here. Not
that shit always used to kill in high school.
But don't do it. Not the neck. That's bad.
We used to have the foam pad.
Yeah, but see, drop it down. Just toughen it out, and plus it builds your back up.
Yeah,
dude, put it there. But then it's all heels, and it's
balls of your feet.
Yeah, balls of your feet, hip width. I like to see like that I'm lined up basically, and I'm not looking anywhere. I'll find a spot right there, and I'm just the whole time, all the way down. Like I'm all the way down, getting flexible and mobile, and then I'm not looking at anything but that. And then once I feel it on that last rep, come back, like you're coming up, and then you put it back up, and boom. Because they have like weird notches. I wish they had like in betweens.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Honestly.
Yeah, leg press, dude. Also great. You know that. Like those lunges. You don't even have to do those. Do the basics. Do
that thing at the edge that you like push. It's like a sled.
The sled.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there.
I did that a couple times with Matt like 5 years ago. I couldn't like walk for a week.
I know. I saw one on TikTok where the guy was just like this, pulling the sled backwards, slowly, and it's really good for your knees and stuff. So I wanted to start doing it with lightweight on that, just to strengthen my knees more, even though they're not weak, but for longevity.
Yeah. So I think honestly, what a DTV Fit
intro,
segment, right?
I know.
Intro segment.
Yeah.
So first things first, big news of yesterday. Juwan Howard, the Big Ten suspends him 5 games and $40,000 fine. However, he will return for the Big Ten tournament. What was your instant reaction to this?
Instant reaction is, Tony's here.
Tony.
Instant reaction was like, whoa, there's a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then second reaction was instigated by Greg Gard. Emotions out of hand by Juwan.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last reaction was, thank God it wasn't like a college edition of Malice at the Palace, because it could have gone way out of hand. Right?
Yeah.
And then now it's just like, great apology by Juwan. Kind of annoyed with Greg that he's like not taking ownership of, instigating.
Tell me he doesn't remind you of Thibs.
Dude, so much. I know. Dude, apparently we're going to talk about it in the NBA, dude. Yeah. Turmoil between front office and coaching with the Knicks, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, I just thought that was crazy. And the one thing I have to say is, like, I told you yesterday, I thought they would fire him and I didn't think that they should. But my whole thing that it's just funny, and I get it in a way, but in a sense, it also doesn't make sense. That if he had struck instead of the assistant coach,
a player,
he would have been fired. So it's like, you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense to me, though. You know what I mean? Because that would be the case.
Right. No, of course not. It's a weird line, though. Aren't they underage, technically?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's another human being.
I know.
It shouldn't matter.
I know.
And do you think a big part of this is like last year they go to the Elite Eight, they go 23-5, and he's an alum and they just want to like stand behind him, and it's just like, but at the same time they want to finish this year strong, and if next year it's a poor start, like he's just going to be showing the door pretty much.
Oh, 100%.
And then if that happens, like, because everyone was saying he was on a fast track to be an NBA head coach.
Yeah.
And now I think that's really pushed back.
But we'll see I think the players are going to respond, right?
Imagine if they go on a run now.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be ridiculous. And it's funny too, because I feel like when people mess up like this, very rarely you see them get to the pinnacle. When we're talking about aggression, like somebody other than like Bob Knight, but that was a different time.
Such a different time. Imagine him nowadays.
Oh my God.
Throwing chairs on the court and stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, it wouldn't last for 2 seconds. Choking
players. Choking. I know.
We're talking about choking.
Yeah.
Tony, what's up?
Not much, dude. Good to see you.
Good to have you.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
Reaction: 5 games, $40K, back for the Big Ten. Good move, or?
Yeah, dude. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. We were saying that rest of the season would have been like a little too much, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 games, like I said, fine. Something like that isn't. I mean, obviously, slap on the wrist. Obviously, you have to do some type of disciplinary action. He was a little out of line there, but I would say it's a good. I guess suspension or whatever.
Yeah, good punishment. And provided that they get there, they'd have to win a couple games here, regular season and the tournament. They get to the NCAA tournament. Do you like them to possibly be a sleeper team?
Yeah, definitely, dude. I mean, imagine now they have some type of drive, fire under their ass.
Yeah.
Did anyone else get suspended? Players?
3 players.
Because obviously there was a whole lot of
back and forth going on. So. So I think, at the end of the day, I just like that, we don't just fire them and just abolish them.
Yeah, and I can't do that.
And I do think, playing in the league as long as he did, winning titles with the Heat and stuff and being part of the Fab Five, that I think inside of him, I think he has it in him to really learn from this and never do something like this again. I would think. I mean, I don't know for sure, but that's just kind of my initial thought here.
I mean, with anyone who makes a mistake, obviously, you would like to think that they learn from it. So yeah, dude.
But then you have people like Antonio Brown
who don't learn anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I would think he's smarter than that. So quickly, Tony, before we get to our Emmy award-winning NHL segment, let's just go to the world of the National Football League.
Threw me off there.
Juju Smith-Schuster is blown up. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Do not stand up with that man and let him just throw you out of the club.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good. Oh my goodness.
All right. We're almost a month away, Michael, from the NFL draft.
Oh, I
Las
can't wait.
Vegas. Are we going? Tony?
Yes.
Is
April
it in Vegas?
28th?
Yeah. Let's
Yes.
Oh my God. I think it's going to be outside of the Bellagio, the fountains. Are you kidding?
I'd risk a drone getting shot.
Yeah, honestly. I think it would be worth
Still
it.
get the footage.
I feel like they wouldn't shoot it down though.
They'd be like, oh, it's just somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you might have to go to Clark County.
Yeah, you may have to get like a
Correctional
ticket or
facility.
something like that. Yeah. Let's look at the footage.
So, of course, NFL offseason, I mean, there's rumors always flying around left and right. And one that came up yesterday, and a guy that I've brought up a lot for certain teams, Kirk Cousins, Tony. The Panthers, Matt Rule kind of back against the wall, losing record in his first 2 years, brings in Ben McAdoo, the former disgruntled Giants head coach, offensive coordinator. A lot on the line. What do you think about that possibly? I mean, they have Darnold under that fifth-year option. I mean, but they do have some offensive talent on that team.
Yeah, they do. And obviously, I think Darnold wasn't exactly what they wanted him to be. As many teams have noticed, kind of learned from that. But
No, it's just funny. No, being a Jets fan.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
hilarious.
It's just like, we knew.
Yeah.
and then
Fool me once.
try and bring Newton back.
Fool me
He's
twice.
back,
His
you
first
know.
game, he said he's back.
Yeah,
He's back.
so-
I'm back.
So I like it, dude. I think, like you said, they have a lot of talent on the team. Bringing in Cousins, he's been in the league for a while now. I think they can kind of work with him. And again, I think it's another position where anything that you do is a step above what you have. So I like it.
And I know, and it wouldn't be with the Panthers unless, of course, they dramatically change the roster defensively, especially some offensive line stuff. But I know it sounds crazy because he hasn't done anything in the NFL yet to show us this. But I swear, if he was put in the perfect situation, I really do feel like he could go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Because he has arm talent. It's just like he can't elevate
think it's Stafford?
everybody.
Right.
He needs like what Brady had around in the last few years.
No, yeah, like you said, I think he's be put in the perfect spot. I feel like we've seen him kind of perform, under our expectations in like prime time stuff like that. So again, if he has the pieces around him and he has the confidence, the talent is there.
Yeah, and I think about who his head coaches have been. He's had Jay Gruden and Mike Zimmer. Not exactly Hall of Famers. So I think that plays a big part in it because I know the talent is there. And even though, you have the new, Kevin O'Connell coming over for the Rams to be his coach, different thing there. But I don't know. I just feel like it would be good. I think a change of scenery would be refreshing for him. I mean, obviously Justin Jefferson is great, but I would like to see if McCaffrey's healthy, they got more. It could be interesting, especially because Rule, like I said, on the hot seat. So I think that would work well. Supposedly there wasn't any traction yet, but it's just something to keep an eye out for. Speaking of another quarterback, Steelers say Mason Rudolph, if the season were to start today, would be their starter. Are they full of it?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
I think Darnold's better.
Yeah, really.
Out of
Maybe
every
we'll get Darnold at that point, dude. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see who ends up in Pittsburgh.
I just feel like I respect
It's
Tomlin
going to be
more than that.
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo,
And then Tom Brady's going back to San Fran where he wanted to go to begin with. Watch. You heard it here first.
What do you think about that?
I think Brady's gonna come back to the league for sure. Where?
Do you think like start of next season or maybe or he waits a year or midway?
I think he waits a year.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I
have an inside source.
Who's your inside source?
I can't say it. I'll say it off air.
So both of you are on the record saying Brady's coming back.
Yeah, definitely. We've been on the record for that.
just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm actually as egotistical as he is. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like he's
egotistical.
Doesn't that mean like he's full of himself or no? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Wow, Bronx 718.
You.
What's crack-a-lackin', bro?
Yo, dude.
No, but isn't
for my 2K days?
That? What is that like?
Chicago Bulls mascot.
Oh, nice, dude.
Tony, so egotistical doesn't mean full of yourself?
No, it does mean full.
No, he
himself,
doesn't think Tom Brady is.
I think he has a certain level of self-confidence for sure, but I think it's backed up by his level of play. I don't think he's overly confident.
But you don't think like it's like you could be cocky and still be confident and still be talented. You know what I mean? But you're still over the top.
No, yeah, I think there's a pretty fine line.
So it reminds me of someone.
Who is it?
Who is it? You went to the board. I knew you were saying that.
No, yeah, there's definitely a fine line there. And I would say he walks it, but I mean, I don't know. For the most part, I feel like I'm not like, wow, this guy just needs to shut up. You know, I feel like he's not that like outwardly spoken. I think he lets his actions, kind of dictate, his, I guess, confidence or ego, if you want to say.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, we'll see what happens, but it'd be very interesting storyline. All the radio stations are talking about it. And then
every single one.
All the radio.
Just back to the Steelers for a second, though. Like Garoppolo, let's say he does go there. I mean, do you think like he could take them, to a AFC Championship game, a Super Bowl, like, or do you still feel like he's limited no matter where he is?
To Pittsburgh, you're saying. I mean, there's no guarantee for sure. We've seen Garoppolo have some clunkers.
Yeah.
I think what?
There's a new soundboard.
I think Pittsburgh
is coming to Pittsburgh.
I don't know. Is that what you say, Gronk?
It sounded like Gronk.
Yeah, it did. Now that you did, but I was trying to do a chicken noise.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Pittsburgh needs work on more than just their quarterback situation too. So I would say Pittsburgh as is. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, it would be hard pressed to say that he's not better off in San Francisco because I feel like that scheme with the running game and stuff. Because Pittsburgh's got to improve that offensive line because Najee Harris is talented, but he couldn't get anywhere because there's no one blocking for him.
No one.
But it's just weird. And I know you guys remember this, like when Garoppolo filled in for Brady when he was suspended and stuff. I mean, he was like the next coming of Aaron Rodgers. There was so much hype, and it's just like I'm really surprised that he's underperformed. But
yeah, me too, because he did well for the Patriots.
Yeah,
I feel like.
yeah. No,
well, everybody does.
Starts, but maybe that's why he played college football at Eastern Illinois. You know? So
yeah,
just something to keep an eye out for. And last topic here, I just saw on NBC Sports Edge, Pro Bowl wide receiver Mike Williams, of the LA Chargers, hitting free agency, seeking huge deal in free agency. And what do you guys think about him going to the Jets?
Mike Williams.
From where? He's on the Chargers. Huge receiver, but he's gonna want big bucks.
We're getting Michael Thomas.
Is he worth the big bucks?
I mean, my whole thing is he's that fast physical receiver, but the only problem is some injury concern.
Right.
But I just feel like the Jets, and I've mentioned this for years. When was the last time they went just over the top? We're going to have 4 Pro Bowl wide receivers, 2 tight ends. I feel like that's what you got to do. And Corey Davis, who they signed last year, brought in, kind of underwhelmed. I would just release him, put the money in him, draft a receiver, and then you go along with that, Elijah Moore and a tight end. I mean, then you have an offense.
No, yeah, it's true. And I mean, I guess we have all those pieces. If he doesn't work out, I suppose, you are wasting a lot of money on him. But I mean, I guess if you have other receivers to target. But I mean, what injury is he dealing with?
He's had hamstring. He's had a couple different things. But I just love, Zach Wilson being a younger quarterback, having that security blanket in the end zone, 6'4".
Yeah, no, I get it. But I want Michael Thomas, dude. Revenge.
He says that he's not going anywhere, but you think he's full of it?
I think the Saints might blow it up.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. But also, you wouldn't be concerned that he's basically missed 2 seasons?
No. Revenge.
He's obviously insane.
He's so insane. What was he doing right before he got hurt?
Oh, I mean, it was,
MVP.
Yeah.
New Orleans, who wants to stay there, dude?
Would you give up a first? You have a second. Look all over your face.
Fuck.
That second first-round pick at 10.
Oh,
I would give up 2 seconds.
I'd give up 2 seconds. I can't give those first. Yeah. Not in this draft.
Yeah, you only give up first for quarterbacks.
I'll give them in the next draft when we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And they can get the 30th pick.
So something to keep an eye out for. But I can't wait. Like I said, almost a month away.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be here before we know it. I can't wait till we get the mock draft
going. I know. We're going to have it all. Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to have it really good. I know. No, I'm going to I told Maddie, I said this year we're going to have all our picks in early so I could make something. And then when you guys pick, it'll just.
No, that'll be.
I mean, it wasn't bad the last.
No,
there was a hiccup.
There was hiccups. Yeah.
It was tough. You were working off the YouTube.
Yeah. It was hilarious, though. Honestly, it really was hilarious.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, Barnes.
You were cracking up, Tony.
Yeah, I was there.
You were chuckling. But it's that time, the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Heaven, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move.
You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal.
It is now. You stop it, though.
I mean,
Tony's back.
I'm back.
I feel like I just blew a 3-0 lead.
Yeah.
Even though I was up 2 games, not 3. But you know what I mean? Like in a series.
Yeah, dude. And I don't want to say I called it, the Barnes, the ego, egotistical with the hockey, new fan, the Rangers. What are they doing in the shootout? Why are they pulling the goalie now?
What, you think I'm getting ahead of myself? Like I know this. No.
I didn't say it, dude.
Well, and not to cut you off there, but one thing I do have to say got both my picks wrong, but just starting with the first game, the Avalanche losing 5-1 to the Bruins. And I think my problem is I know the Avalanche are great. I know that they're making Stanley Cup finals and hopefully not winning it. Hopefully the Rangers are winning it. But the thing is they can't win every game. And I think that's just my automatic thought. Oh, they're going to win. They're going to win. They're going to win. Right. And it's just like that doesn't always happen.
No, yeah, it's tough, dude. I mean, obviously, this was probably one of the better matchups we talked about, from yesterday. And, the Bruins in the TD Garden. You really never know when, how the Bruins are going to, I mean, they can really go off at any point, like you mentioned Pasternak, he had 2 goals and assists last night, had a dominant second period, holding the puck for almost the entire time. Obviously, lots of offense, 3 goals. Taylor Hall was a big part of their goal scoring. He had 3 assists last night. So it's unfortunate, and the Bruins play good defense as well, only holding the Avalanche to 1 goal in the second period. I mean, the third period, they were pretty much shut down. So, yeah, I mean, it was a real good game. I think, dude, I'm telling you, if we went to Colony, Avalanche might have taken it.
But I'll save the calories for another time.
Mm-hmm. The calories, right.
And also, I think what plays into it, road game, 1 o'clock starts. That's 10 o'clock or no, 11 o'clock in Denver.
Right. Time change is different.
So I think that plays a big role into it.
Yeah, and for the Avalanche, you gotta highlight Darcy. I mean, he had 40 saves. Like I said, the Bruins, the second, third period, they were so dominant. They were just in stride. The momentum was in their favor after that second period, and it was just all offense from there. So you got to let them, saving 40 shots, nothing to sneeze at here. But then, on top of that, they just didn't really have much offense, which is something you really don't say very often. And for the Bruins, Swayman only had, he only had to face 30 shots, I think. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to happen. And it's like, and you don't like losing 5-1, but at least it's to a team like the Bruins who we know are going to be in the playoffs and could make a deep run. So it's not that bad. And I think they'll rebound in their next game.
Yeah, no, definitely.
The other game that was one of our picks, you had Carolina. The Flyers took them to the brink.
Yeah,
but they went 4-3 in overtime. So, I mean, they get the win here. I mean, like I said, wasn't easy. That Brett Pesce goal in overtime. I mean, what do you think? A win's a win's a win?
Yeah, a win is a win. I mean, look, we've talked about the Flyers and their lack of offense in the power play, their shoddy defense. Really, the only thing good that was consistent this season is their goalie Carter Hart. But I mean, other than that, they do have the talent. And again, it is hockey. Really, anything could happen during a game. It literally just takes 1 goal to kind of swing momentum, and then it's like an entirely different team you're watching. And they played well. They had a lot of offense last night. They had 41 shots on goal. They were hitting. They were physical. Carolina had a lot of penalty minutes. Actually, I'm trying to see how many. They gave the Flyers 3 power play opportunities, so that eats up a lot of time. In terms of how much offense the Carolina could have. They're pretty spread out as well, right? So anytime Carolina thought they had some momentum going. In terms of offense, they were grooving all of a sudden power play, and they're back on their heels again. So, Flyers did a good job of taking advantage of that, but obviously in the end, Carolina is the better team, and I think the overtime goal showed that.
And do you think they're vulnerable at all, like, down the stretch here into the playoffs?
I mean, vulnerability, I mean, there's really not much, I guess you could say. Again, it's just every so often there's maybe like a blown defense, someone's just like open in front of their own net. But other than that, dude, I mean, they really don't have many holes in their strategy.
I mean, their record obviously speaks for itself. Another good team on the ice, and I can't believe it. Just they were a little over 500, but they really built on it. How about Calgary? 3-1 over Winnipeg yesterday. They're now 13-6. And this is a game that was scoreless after one. They get the goal from Monahan, and then in the third period they get Lindholm and Toffoli. So I mean, just another win, and at home, I mean, they've really dominated this year.
Yeah. Battle of Canada over here yesterday. Really impressive stuff coming from Calgary. You think of them like 4 or 5 years ago, absolute just dog shit,
Coyotes
pretty much, of Canada.
And
there's definitely one person to highlight is Elias Linholm. He had a goal last night. He's 27. He's a former first round pick. I believe it was from Carolina, actually.
Okay.
But he's got like 50 points in the season right now. Like, I think it's pretty even. It's not 25 goals, 25 assists, but it's pretty even around there. He's a pretty good all around center. Wins a lot of faceoffs, keeps possession for Calgary, and he's the start of a lot of their offensive pushes.
Yeah. So they've obviously had a great year, and a team that's had a great year but didn't have a great day yesterday. The Toronto Maple Leafs lose as -400 favorites,
dude,
to the Canadiens 5-2. I mean, backup tender or not, complete embarrassment.
Yeah, bro. I mean, say what you say what you about the backup tender. Just Mrazek is not bad. I mean, he's still a professional goalie here. And of course, Canadians they had a really excellent shot selection. And you talk about momentum game at this point, coaching change, winning games, players seemingly are playing entirely different under St. Louis. I mean, they're happy, they're excited to play. They're playing gritty hockey, like they kind of want to be there. They kind of have some drive here, which is surprising. I mean, they're 11-33-7. That's got to be pretty demeaning,
Yeah.
I would be thinking like, oh shit, dude, like just next year already, sort of deal.
Yeah, where's my bed?
Yeah, where's my bed, dude?
I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready for
or as
golf.
Joe Judge would say, the golf clubs are in front of the locker.
Golf clubs in front of the locker.
It's a good line right there.
It's a great line, dude. But they had, like I said, an excellent shot selection. They had like 29 shots on goal last night. Not a whole lot of offense, but good for the Canadians for sure. And then they were just looking really mean. Anderson was really quick on the wing there. Excuse me. He had 2 goals and assists. Caulfield, who we talked about, coming to his own since St. Louis. Again, I mean, at this point, he had 3 points last night. It's got to be like 16 points in the last 15 games or something like that. He's just been off the walls, crazy good. Gallagher getting in some offense too with 2 assists. You haven't heard that name a lot recently. Gallagher. And then you got to tip your hat at the Canadians right now. They're making I guess as much push as they can make right now.
And I'm gonna botch this pronunciation, but Sam Montembeault, is it the goalie for the
Montembeault?
Montembeault.
I know.
Do you feel like there's some potential there? I mean, the numbers don't look great, but I mean, he is only 25 and spent his first 2 years of his career in Florida. First year as a starter here, and
I think the numbers don't reflect how good he could be. I suppose. I mean, again, he's working this year. He's 3.72 goals against, 898 save percentage. He's 4-10-4.
No shutouts.
No shutouts. But I mean, excuse me. He is young. He was a 3rd round pick in 2015 for Florida when, Florida wasn't really that great either at the time, the Panthers. Right. So, I mean, it's tough. You're behind a pretty shoddy Canadiens defense. But I mean, I think there's some room for improvement for him as well. But again, if you have a good defense around him, I think it puts him in a better spot.
Yeah, the numbers are better.
You can get that save percentage to above 900.
The late game from last night, we saw the Vancouver Canucks 5-2 over the Kraken. Vancouver been on a decent run here. Kind of a back and forth year. They're under 500 for a bit. Right. Now they're 2 over. Obviously 5 goals is good, whether you're playing the Kraken or not. What'd you think about that victory for them?
Yeah, the Kraken is just a really interesting team to me, honestly. I'm really not sure if they're good or not. Vancouver is kind of in the same boat, although they're a little bit more consistent when they are good. They have some good stretches, they have some bad stretches. Win is a win. They did generate a lot of offense last night. Again, it is against the Kraken, who hasn't shown a lot this season. They had almost 50 shots on goal last night. Started off pretty hot from the get-go. Tyler Motte, he scored for Vancouver. And then, from there is honestly all them. Second, Kraken did answer, two goals, one of them shorthanded, but I mean, you got to give to Vancouver. They didn't really bat an eye. Shorthanded goal, again, you got to think, it's demeaning, it'll break your momentum. You're thinking like, holy shit, dude, we're up a man and, we
how does that happen?
We got scored on, but they didn't, they just came out second period firing. Travis Hamonic, a really good defenseman. He used to play for the Islanders a few years ago. He's a good offensive defenseman. He controls the blue line very well. So, they scored twice in the second, twice in the third, and that's all she wrote there, dude.
Yeah. So we got 6 games on the slate tonight, and I'd like to propose something as long as it's okay with you.
Barnes is changing it up now.
No, not changing it up. I just if not, we'll stay with what we're doing. But are you good with taking 3 apiece since we got 6 games?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and as
start?
always, floor is yours.
Quite the lineup tonight, dude. I feel like there's a lot of toss-ups here, but I'm gonna go with the Lightning tonight over the Oilers. I just feel like the Oilers, again, they've been inconsistent.
Wait, is that tonight? Am I looking at the right thing?
Oh, wait, no, I'm on the wrong date. My bad. I'm on the wrong date. Thought today was...
I mean, the Lightning Oilers game sounds great to me, but...
We're talking about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, tonight, actually, this is a way easier pick here. I'm going to go Islanders over Kraken. Islanders have been on a roll. I picked against them twice last week, got my ass chewed out. So they've been doing really well as a team, just literally everyone gets to look at the puck. All, there's goals from like 4 or 5 different players during the game. So give me the Islanders over the Kraken. I say it's going to be like 5-2.
5-2.
Yeah.
Don't even have to think about this one, especially coming off a back-to-back. You could have the third-string goalie that's sitting in the stands play, and the Blues are still going to beat the Flyers. I'm going to say they win 6-1, and Tarasenko has the hat trick.
Wow, dude. I feel like you throw hat tricks around a lot.
Yeah, and the 2 goals and 1 assist for Terry.
2 goals and 1 assist. Yeah. All right, next game. You have give me the Maple Leafs in Columbus today. They're definitely pretty tight. They lost to the Canadiens last night. I don't care if it's a back-to-back on the road, whatever, dude. It's the Blue Jackets. They have some talent. But the Maple Leafs coming out angry. Campbell, where are you? And Matthews, 2 goals, 1 assist.
Wow. What about Tavares?
He'll have like 2 assists.
I don't know. Is it just me? I know we put these expectations on guys, but I just feel like there's more expected out of him than what we get. It's like you almost forget that he's even in the league, Tavares.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think he had like a nice stretch, maybe a couple of weeks into the season, but ever since then, kind of quiet. Which is a little unfortunate for him because there's obviously a lot of slack when he went to Toronto from the Islanders. He was the captain of the Islanders. He was there forever. But yeah, I mean, it's also kind of tough. When he was on the Islanders for quite a few years, he was like the go-to guy. He was getting the look at the puck. They were looking for him to be open. Now it's more so Matthews. So he's not getting as much, I guess, like puck time as he did in New York.
But it should open him up though, because all the attention should be on Matthews.
Right, you would think, but on top of that, he isn't performing as well.
Yeah. So. No, I mean you're right there. This is so hard. There's something I want to do, but I'm gonna wait until my last pick if it's still there.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm gonna have to just go Florida over the Preds. And it's come back to bite before. And I've said that Florida's overrated, but at the same time, they're better than Nashville. So give me the Panthers here, 5-3. Huberdeau, 2 goals. 1 assist.
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly. I feel like you pick whether you're picking 4 or against the Predators. I feel like they always beat you.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Sharks and Ducks. Now I'll leave Terry to you, dude. Give me. Give me the Wild over the Senators. They have just been unbelievable. The Wild in the past couple of years. I think it was last year, they had an interim head coach. We talked about him, and his name escapes me. I asked you what it was yesterday again. Did not remember it. But former Whale, he's been in the league for forever. He started coaching. And just since then, they got rid of 2 guys who was taking the majority of their budget. They drafted a few good guys. They got players like Zuccarello, who's looking to be just as good as he was when he's on the Rangers.
Dean Evanson.
The guy looks like a maniac, and the players love it, dude. And then, of course, Kirill has been absolutely just dominant this season. He has 62 points, 23 goals, 39 assists. He's all over the place. Cam Talbot should be in net tonight. 911 save percentage, 2.91 goals against, which is tough, but Minnesota makes up for it with their offense, so that's why they got so many wins. So yeah, dude, against Ottawa, the Wild, say 3-0 shutout.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough. So it's funny, you said you were saving Terry for me, but the thing is, I'm thinking strategy, and it's just like you can't just always pick the favorites. So while you look at the track record, I think the Sharks have lost at least 5 in a row, possibly more here.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to win at some point. And I think against the Ducks team, who has been inconsistent themselves, even though they're 5 games over, and the Sharks are 22 and 22. I say they get this one in a shootout, 3-2, and Meyer has the game winner, 7 legs of a shootout. The streak is over. The Sharks are back in the winner's circle.
I like it, dude. I honestly do. It's the first time they're playing each other this season, actually, which is a little ridiculous, when you think about how close they are. But yeah, dude, you never know. Timo Meyer could really just go off, and he's leading the Sharks now with 50 points. He had that 5-goal game a couple of weeks ago. 5 goals, bro. Unbelievable. 50 points.
Oh,
not 50 goals.
Oh.
But it's amazing, you look at them, losers of 6 in a row, had a pretty solid season up to that point. I mean, how that just happens. It doesn't look like they're dealing with a ton of injuries. It's just kind of odd to kind of completely fall apart like that out of nowhere.
You're talking about the Sharks?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Sharks have been I don't know, dude. I feel like ever since Patrick left, dude, it's been just like a little bit of an identity crisis there. And of course, I'm forgetting the guy who was injured for the longest time. I'll get his name at some point, but I think he's on the team still, I believe, dude. They've had some of their stars get hurt, which is tough. But they've had a few guys, leave the team as well. But yeah, dude. I mean, I think they're just. I guess you can kind of say they're in a little bit of a rebuild. Logan Couture is the guy. He had like 2 really bad knee injuries back to back. He missed like 2 straight seasons for them. You had guys like Hurdle, who was supposed to kind of come in and replace him, who did do well. Had bright spots, but just weren't that kind of fire they needed. And then of course Thornton used to be on the team. He was a lifelong Shark. He's gone. So you had a lot of veterans leave. A lot of young guys now. So it's gonna take a few years for them to kind of get consistently good.
And if they've been like a franchise, kind of like the Coyotes, that don't really have too much success, like maybe they'll make the playoffs, but they don't go on a run, or the Sharks over the past 15, 20 years.
I think they made I don't know about the 20 years, but within the last 10, they made the playoffs like once. Not the playoffs, the Cup Finals once.
Okay.
They're always like, again, the West is always tough.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like a decade ago, it was Anaheim, it was the Ducks. It was their
Quack, quack.
Quack, Mr. Ducksworth.
Yes.
Their defense was just like crazy, and then of course, the Kings had a run as well, and they dominated the West.
Royals.
Quick.
Yeah. So the West was a tough conference to come out of, and unfortunately, San Jose didn't come out of it very often, but they're not a bad team. They're really not. They just need like 1 or 2 like crazy good guys right now.
Yeah, because
even
with
just
Meyer,
one.
If they had added, well, actually no, they had Kane.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
they had
like
Tony's
something
face
like that, though. You know what I mean?
Kane was their problem child. Okay,
Tony's face
But-
when you said Kane again.
But like you will be like so surprised if he just gets through this time in Edmonton, or just the rest of his career with no issues. Like, you think it's just a matter of time with him?
Yeah. Ticking time bomb.
Yeah. It's a shame though, because I would like to see the Oilers grow here,
Right.
See this talent in the playoffs, but I guess time will tell, right?
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to watching these games tonight. And this is, somebody goes 3-0, someone goes 0-3. Somebody's in the driver's seat tonight.
I know, dude. It's hockey. It's what are we at? 5-5.
10 games in. This
Love
is fun.
to see
I can't
it,
believe
dude.
it took this long for us to do this.
I know, right? Should have done it last year.
Yeah, but hey.
Well, I guess you weren't.
Yeah.
But we're getting almost a month to go already, which is kind of quick.
Yeah.
But looking forward to it for sure. And then one other thing I just wanted to touch on here. I know, other than obviously the Juwan Howard situation, we haven't touched too much on college basketball this year, but we do have a big game in Connecticut of all places.
Yeah, baby. Tony's face. What goes on in Connecticut?
In Connecticut, as you know, besides your favorite team, the Hartford Wolfpack.
And also his other favorite team, the Connecticut Sun.
Oh, yeah, the Connecticut Sun. But we do have Villanova
coming into town,
nation,
Tony.
21-6, traveling to the XL Center, downtown Hartford, Connecticut, facing the UConn Huskies, 19-7. Nova has won 5 in a row. UConn has won 4 out of 5. And the last time they played back on February 5th,
1966.
Nova beat UConn 85-74. So, you'd expect, this one to be, 2 ranked teams, tightly contested, but this is a game that the old UConn, when we're talking about mostly under Jim Calhoun, they're winning this game every time, end of the year, starting up for a run. But under Coach Dan Hurley, they've kind of faltered in these spots. So
he's had tough teams.
Yeah, he's had tough teams, but this year I feel like it is a different team. So this is, I think, a pretty big game. Last time they did the projections for the NCAA tournament, they had them as a 6 seed. But obviously, let's say they win the Big East, they could go up to a 2 possibly. So I think this is a pretty big game for them. What do you think about them? Technically an upset, even though, the records aren't that much different. What do you think about them pulling it out at home, getting a vengeance for that loss at the Pavilion?
Not a chance, dude.
Really?
Wow.
Well, give me some type of score, something.
Give me Villanova.
Wow. Just that
Connecticut tightness.
Yep. Connor Gillespie, big game, or
maybe give me 25 points out of him. Maybe Villanova. I'll say 95 to 72
game.
72.
72.
Blowout.
Barnes, correct him.
I'm ready for that. I think it's gonna be close, but 95. Geez, what are they playing? 20-minute quarters?
Oh, it's like a Pioneers game.
Yeah, like a Pioneers game. No, I'm going to say UConn here, 77, Villanova, 71, and a guy that I think, Michael, we're going to be talking about playing in the National Basketball Association. Might not be this year. He's only a sophomore, but possibly next year. Adama Sanogo.
You know what's funny? I saw him. I was at the game. He broke his knee or whatever. He not broke his knee. He tore his ACL.
Oh, no, but I thought that was
last year.
Kukaku.
Oh,
yeah. But same type of body, a little shorter. He's 6'9", 240.
A little shorter.
But I watched his last game, and it was like the first half. Geez, was it? No, against Xavier. He ended up with 15 and 9. Most of that damage done in the first half. Previous game versus Seton Hall, 20 points, 16 boards. And UConn's always been known for their big men. So this is a guy that I think almost like a DeJuan Blair, just in the sense of undersized, but crashes the boards down low. And I think that's going to be very important here. I think tonight he goes for 20 and 10. And the thing is, we know UConn. They've always been dominated by guards. A guy to keep an eye out for, R.J. Cole, the senior from Union, New Jersey. This year averaging 16 points a game. And you look at that game against Villanova, he had 25 points last time. And I'm expecting him to have another big performance here. I'm going to say 17 points, 13 assists, really getting his teammates involved. Last time out against them, he had 16 points. And I think the combination of them propels them to a victory here as they look forward to the Big East tournament. And finally, another deep run into March Madness, something we've all, other than Tony, been waiting for.
Yes.
Like you want them to not even make the tournament?
I really don't care.
Oh, my God.
What, UConn? Yeah,
can't you root
cool,
for UConn in the NCAA men's basketball?
I would rather see Sacred Heart.
Okay, but let's would you want Syracuse? Would you want St. John's? Let's say they're all in the tournament, or Villanova.
I guess go St. John's, Staten Island campus.
It's like, Tony, the thing that disappoints me about you is like, you look at me, okay? Tons of New York passion in me. Obviously, the Rangers, the Yankees, the Jets. But at the same time, I mean, it's not like I'm going to say, oh, I'm a Syracuse fan. It's like, you can't appreciate two states. It has to just be New York. No other state is good enough.
I mean, if they were, they would be.
But what is it? I don't understand.
Connecticut's not, though.
But they've won 2 championships in the last, almost
I just said I'd be
years.
rooting for Shoe if they were in there.
So what is it with UConn then?
I just didn't go to UConn. Why would I care about them?
Oh,
Because it's like our NBA
I have
team.
no connection to UConn.
They're like our NBA
I've never
team.
even been there. I couldn't even tell you where it is.
I'll take you.
It's in the shtick somewhere.
Stores.
Where?
Stores,
Connecticut? I think I may have passed by that town one time.
Thaddeus Young? You might have heard the name.
No, I do know Thaddeus Young, yes. I'm aware.
You didn't when I mentioned him, or are you just kidding?
I have heard of Thaddeus Young.
No, but the original time I said that, were you just messing with me?
Like 2 seconds ago?
No. This is like a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago.
Oh, I don't remember that.
What?
I know you remember that.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing when I kept saying, oh, I've heard his name before. Like, that was the
Tony-
joke.
Oh, it was that guy?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He doesn't care about
my
us, Barnes.
God. No, but Michael,
that's not true.
Michael, the thing that I feel like we're exactly the same with, we remember these small things that not a lot of other people remember.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
I feel like that's an important thing. Yeah. That's like a thing of the show.
Yeah. I
For
know.
so long.
I'm disappointed, Tony. Really am.
Yeah.
I hope you go 1-3 tonight. And UConn wins by 40, all right? You need to be humbled a little bit, all right?
Me? Nah, dude. I don't know.
No, but honestly, I'm excited because I want to see UConn go on a run, and also I'm excited for March Madness, and I'm not like Tony saying I don't care. I think, of course, the regular season, a lot going on, football, NBA, it could get a little monotonous, but once we get to the end of the year, that passion, I love seeing the full crowds that we haven't seen in a couple of years, and just the atmosphere is great. So I'm really excited for it. I'm actually going to watch this game in its entirety, so expect a full breakdown tomorrow. And Sanogo, Michael, might be on the Knicks in a couple of years, so just keep an eye out for that.
Wouldn't mind it.
Cool.
Anything else?
Anything else?
I got nothing else really, dude.
Dude, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
And we got something coming up, don't we?
Oh, yeah, dude. We had Screen Time, 10:30. We're ranking our top 10 movies of the early 2000s.
2000s to 2005.
I would say that's early, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the early. It's, of course, it's
Cut
a
off
gray
is
line.
5.
Cut off is 05.
Yeah.
It's when that's like a mid.
There's a couple 06 I wanted to do.
There's a couple of 07s I want to do. But, that's mid 2000s at this point.
Can't do it.
Can't do that.
We'll go there.
Honestly, even 05 is stretching it a little bit.
I know,
dude,
but-
okay. But I'm going to give you 05. All right. So,
Thank you.
we'll take from this. It's going to be a great episode. Manny's back in studio.
I know. That sexy beast.
Yeah, probably going to wear that Rogue t-shirt today.
Oh,
that
Rogue
t-shirt.
t-shirt.
See, Barnes, I have to focus on the little things on Screen Time.
Wow.
It's just like-
I don't know if you kind of. I think he remembers that and he's just playing it off.
No, I swear to God,
No.
I remember that happening. I don't remember the name Thaddeus Young. I don't know that
Because
guy.
at first you alluded that you don't remember the whole. Oh, I've heard his name before. Because I feel like that punchline was used 50 times.
But yeah, I do recall that. I recall that scenario,
right.
but I didn't
Throw it
know
out
it
there.
was connected to the Thaddeus Young name.
But you actually are familiar with Thaddeus Young.
Yes.
What position?
I don't know.
How could you be familiar with him?
I'm familiar with the guy. I know what he looks like.
Okay, so how about, is he down low or is he on the perimeter?
50-50 shot.
What'd you say?
Perimeter?
Nah. Bruiser, 6'7".
Big man, 6'7",
but
a little
he can
shorter.
Stretch the floor.
Yeah, he can stretch the floor, but he's a bigger guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're gonna think of him down low.
Yeah.
So
What do you want from me, dude?
I know.
just more of an education, Tony. Right?
Again, I have to focus on Screen Time,
I mean, I would focus on your hockey picks because otherwise, you're gonna be putting down a couple shekels.
I am
for this Rangers.
focused on
game.
the hockey picks. That's why we're tied up right now.
Ooh.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I say we're gonna start looking at the schedule a couple weeks. Just to kind of scout out some potential games. We could always agree to one too, especially if we're tied. Just to kind of make it more.
Juicy.
Oh, yeah.
it's
I say
gonna
we,
be this
we
day.
make a date. Yeah, I say we should do that. Definitely.
Do we just look at it right now, real quick?
Real quick, dude. Let's look at their schedule. Obviously, we're looking
After April 1st,
after April 1st.
preferably a weekend game, or does it
I could
matter?
do either or,
Okay.
really. Doesn't matter to me. Obviously, depends on the day. I mean,
Of course. Let's look at the schedule.
actually, probably can't
here.
do a weeknight. Well, I could probably take off. I don't know.
But
We'll
it's
see.
probably easier to do like a Friday or Oh yeah, what's probably a Saturday is best for you?
Yeah, probably Saturday.
Okay, so
let's look, dude.
The funny thing is they actually are playing at home against the Islanders Friday, April 1st. And then they're also home against the Flyers, but we don't really want to see the Flyers. Home against Ottawa, home against Carolina. Saturday against Detroit, April 16th.
You definitely want to go to the Garden, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, go to the other Garden.
So really, I mean, weekend games, there's actually not much. I mean, that Friday game against the Islanders, but Fridays, like you said, might be tough. That's actually on April 1st, which would be kind of crazy.
That would be pretty crazy.
Philly on a Sunday. I mean, the Sunday is nice, but the problem is Flyers don't want to see a better opponent. Ottawa. I mean, Saturday, April 16th against Detroit. Larkin, your guy.
I do enjoy doing a 12:30 game to an early one.
Wow.
I say we rip that one, right?
Agreed.
April 16th.
What is it? Oh, the microphone wants to come.
April 16th. I don't think I have anything going on that week.
I don't believe so. I mean, provided, nothing.
He knows your schedule. Barnes says he doesn't believe so.
Don't even check. I already saw it.
Yeah. Don't even check. 8th to the 10th. Yeah, should be good, dude. Beast is the 23rd, 24th.
Holy, April 17th is St. Patrick's Day.
Wow. I love it.
That's the day after.
Yeah.
And it's a 12:30 game.
If that couldn't be the craziest vlog 2 days ever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the next weekend is no good. The weekend after that, also no good. That's the last game of the season. The regular season, I should say.
It's going to be down the stretch, too, jockeying for playoff position.
Definitely, dude. Against Detroit, who could, who knows what they'll do.
I love the 12:30 start, though. That's huge. It's just ideal.
Wake up early, just start the day with just getting on the fucking train and drinking.
Oh, look at Barnes' face. He's imagining it. Manifestation.
So what? If it's
12:30 I actually might have something on April 16th now that I just thought about it.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, Nana.
We'll see you in.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love